guys, welcome back. Welcome to Pouring Your Heart Out. Now I am going to do something a little bit fun today, a little bit different, and cross fingers that it works because I have no idea if this will work or not. I got these skeleton leaves from eBay. Look at them, they're so delicate. In different colors. I thought I'd like to do a rainbow and a bowl. So I've got red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo and violet. I've got my bowl covered in plastic. I've just taped the inside to keep the plastic in like where I want it to be so it doesn't sort of all fall out. I've kind of divided my bowl, as you can see, into 7: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet, so that I can lay my leaves down. And actually, if there's, I might trim, if I need to trim, I'll get my scissors. If I need to trim any little bits, then I will do that. So yeah, basically I'm just going to brush resin onto them and lay them down. I really don't know if this is going to work. I have no idea. And I thought, do I make a really thin resin or do I make up a really thick resin? Again, I didn't know which would be better. Like, I don't want it to all just like flow off. But then I thought, well, if I make it too thin, it might run down, or if I make it too thick, it'll kind of sit on there, but then it may run down afterwards, you know. So anyway, I've made up the Clariti. I've only made up 100 grams, the Barnes Clariti. I'll try a couple of leaves, and if it doesn't work, I'll use this resin for something else, and I'll mix up some thicker resin, like a stone coat countertops. Oh, I don't know. Anyway, I've got a silicone mat here. I've got a little sponge, I said SpongeBob, SpongeBob SquarePants, a little sponge brush, and put it like that. That's the red one. I'm going to go red first. I've only got 4. I think I've got 4 leaves of each colour, so that's basically where I'm going to sort of put them. Yeah, and hopefully the edges, I don't want the edges to go over the top. If the resin runs, which I'm sure it will, I can just trim it off afterwards. Okay, so that's not really a problem. So without further ado, let's just get started. I'll put that there. I don't know if this is going to work. Probably not so much of the brushing, more of just the dabbing, really. But I've got my little silicone mat here so that it's just easier, I think, to use. Yeah, more of the dabbing. I'll do a couple, and then if it's working, I'll just speed up the video so that you're not watching every one of these. Oh, look at that. Okay, peel him off. Oh, the colour's sitting in there. I was a bit worried about whether the colour would come off or not, but yeah, look, it's sitting in there. Never mind. All right, let's place the first one down. Red. Doesn't matter if it overlaps a little bit. You know, they can all overlap. Okay, that's the first one. Let's do the next one. Now, one of these red ones is tiny. Look at it. Look at it, little baby one. Look, don't you go in there. It's not your turn yet. So I think what I'll do is I'll do each colour, and then I'll give this silicone mat a wipe to get the excess colour off, because it does look as if the colours are running. It's only going to be a very thin little bowl, isn't it? Like, it's not going to be thick. So again, I'm hoping it's going to work. And another little one. So I bought these skeleton leaves and I thought, oh, what could I do with them? I've seen a couple of other people put them in coasters, and I've got some of the, I think they're clear, and I'm going to put those in coasters, but I thought, oh, I'd like to do something with these rainbow ones, you know. I thought that would look really pretty. So now my little one, I've got a little gap over here. I think I'll put the little one just there. It's not going to be very thick. It's going to be very delicate. Maybe I can like coat it once it's set, like coat it with another layer of resin maybe. I'm just going to put that one there, even though it's half down, because I just want it on the edges there. I think that'll look nice. Just got to be careful that it don't all drop down, hey. All right, now bit of paper towel, and I'll wipe that because that's my red. Look at the color coming out. All right, I'll put you on fast forward, and I'll do some more, and hopefully this works. Okay, so there we go. I've covered my bowl. I just need to get some new gloves because those were really, really sticky. And I'll move my little mat. So now I have to really decide what can I do to like push the top down, because obviously there's a little bit sticking up. So I've got a little bit of resin left. And it's going quite hot, but I thought I'll just pour it on just to sort of make the base a little bit heavier. I don't mind these overlapping little pieces. I don't think that they're going to stick. I may have to come, actually, what I might do is, while the resin's sort of setting, it's getting really hot in the cup now, while it's setting, what I'll do is I'll come back and I'll push these down a little bit. But I'm just going to go over and just use up all of this resin. Just go over. Why not? And then I think what I'll do is I'll get a piece of plastic and I'll put it over the top and I'll weigh it down with something. Because, I mean, these little sticks are sticking up. Sticking sticks. I don't want too much on the bottom there because I don't want it dripping off, because it'll just be more difficult for me to trim later on if there's a lot of resin that's sort of dripped down. And hopefully I won't have too much drippage. But let's just use up this resin, make it a little bit thicker if we can. I don't think I'll be able to use my little brush again, my little sponge. I'll call it my resin sponge. What do you think so far? Little rainbow bowl. Hopefully it'll be good. I'm just a bit concerned it's going to be way too thin and delicate, but we'll see. Maybe I can, like, I don't know, put another coat of resin on later. I'm not sure. Actually, maybe what I can do is wait for this to set and then come with another little cup of resin and go over it again. What do you think? Just to give it a little bit more thickness to it. So I should have fast forwarded this too, shouldn't I? You don't want to see me doing all this. Just trying to use up all this resin. Stick. Yeah, the resin's starting to, get quite hot and sticky now, so it's probably a good thing actually that I'm doing this now, because it is wanting to stick more. I'm just trying to be careful not to go over the very edges of my leaves too much, because I don't want them dripping too much. But like I said, I'll just trim them. And I might do that before the resin is actually set hard. Just pour that last little bit over there. Get it all out. Okay, so now what I think I'll do is, I've got to, let me see what I've got. Oh, look, it's dripping. I probably shouldn't have done that extra resin. I'll just find a piece of plastic. Hang on. If I can put you on hold. Oh, not. I cut a piece of plastic, just a little square piece, just to sit on the top there. Or I can push that down. So I'm just going to put this bowl on top for now, just to weight that. And hopefully we'll get a flat bottom, hey? Because who doesn't like a flat bottom? Flat bottom girls. No. Now, I'm going to bring you down. I've got resin on my hands. Hang on. I've got to get this cleaned off before it irritates me. And then I'm going to take you down for a close-up. Hang on again. Right. I've cleaned up. Got the resin off my hands. I spray alcohol onto a baby wipe and then clean my hands with that. So you can see down the bottom there where we've got some drippage. So that's okay. It's not going to stick to the silicone mat. This is a silicone mat here that I've got this on, baking mat. So it won't stick. And I'll just be able to trim it. I probably shouldn't have added that extra resin. I have no idea if it's going to work. I'm just a bit worried it's going to be so delicate. But like I said, I can add another layer of resin afterwards to make it a little bit thicker, maybe. I don't know. Otherwise it can just be a little pretty leaf bowl. I know you can't really see very well at the moment, but hopefully once it's dry. Now that black in there, that's just that's my line that I drew. Don't be concerned about that. You know how I divided it up with that black Sharpie. So yeah, there we go. I've got the top pushing down there with the bowl, so hopefully that'll work. Right, I guess I'll see you tomorrow then, and we'll unmold this and cross your fingers that it's worked. All right, see you then. Righto. It's actually 9 o'clock at night, and I thought I want to see, before I go to bed, I want to see if this is going to work or not. So I was thinking about whether or not I did this correctly or not, or maybe like I should have put plastic on the inside and then lay the leaves on the inside so that the resin ran down to the bottom rather than the resin running off to the sides. But anyway, it's done now, but maybe next time, if there's a next time, I don't know. Let's just get rid of all this. Now I've got my gloves on because, as you guys know, I'm quite sensitive to resin, and if it gets on my skin, if it's not totally cured, it still gives me a rash. Now what I'm going to do is, where's my scissors? Where's my scissors? Oh, behind me. I'm just going to cut this because it's all sticky and got tape all over it. Let's just get rid of some of this. It shouldn't be too difficult to trim, you know, if I've made any little mistakes and drips. It shouldn't be too difficult to trim because it's still quite soft, I think. If I leave it for tomorrow morning, it'll probably be quite hard. Although in saying that, I don't know whether it's going to actually be a really rigid type of a bowl because it's only so thin. What do you think? Oh, I don't know. All right. See, look, it's really quite soft. Let go. Whoops, I've got some resin. Have I got resin stuck to my bowl? Oh, no. Oh, it's all right. My bowl is safe. Okay, so here we go. Like, see, look how soft it is still. So I don't know whether I should take this out or not just yet. What about if I take it out and put it back in the bowl? So I'm just going to free up these little leaves. Might have to trim a little bit. That's just the tape there that I'm snipping away. Hopefully it'll come off okay. There's a bit of tape stuck to the end of that one. I can do it later, I guess, but it's annoying me. Get off! No, I'll leave it for now. So these little bits here, like I said, they should be quite easy just to trim off. All right. Let's get the plastic off first, and then I'll do some trimming. All right, now let me just trim these little bits. I won't do it all now. I'll do it off camera because it's going to take me a few minutes. But I just wanted to see what it was going to look like. I was too keen to wait till the morning. Too impatient. And I wanted to trim before it set up too hard because, you know, it's nice and easy to just trim now. Look at that. They're coming off really easily. Whereas if I'd left it for the morning, it would have just been way too hard. And I would have really struggled to trim it. What's this bit? It's a little bit of extra. A little bit of extra, I think. Yeah, I said I was going to do it off camera, didn't I? And here I am finishing it off. Well, it's not going to take very long, really. Might as well just keep going. It's really easy to trim. So I guess it didn't work out exactly the way I was anticipating, and I think I should have put it on the inside of the bowl instead of over the top on the outside. So next time, or if you guys can learn something from my mistakes, look at my little bits, I'll cut that off later. Maybe it's a pretty lampshade. It's really quite pretty. I like it. I like the texture of it on the outside here. Yeah, the inside's not as pretty. Well, it's smooth, so I guess if you're going to put something in there, it's better because it's smooth. I'm just disappointed because of these lines. Yeah, I didn't think that through, did I? Never mind. Do you like it? Oh, let me clean up my little mess here. I will set it up outside. I don't think it's going to move, but what I think I'll do is maybe I can put it back in here like so. I'll just do that. So this is the way I should have done it to begin with. Hey, oh, it fits in there really well. So that's how I should have done it to begin with, like that. Would have been so much easier. Hey guys, I'm back. It's the next day, so I've had this sitting in here all night with this glass bowl inside it to weigh it down. So let's have a little look. It's much harder than it was yesterday. It's still, I mean, it's still kind of soft and bendy, but it is firm now. So, I mean, it's very thin, you know, so it's going to have a little bit of a movement to it, but how pretty is it? Let's have a look. Right, let's start at the beginning. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. So there's our little resin bowl all done. So I'll put it outside so that you can see the finished thing. Find something pretty to go inside. I don't know what I've got. Something pretty. Alright, thanks for watching, you guys. I'll see you for the next video. Alright, bye for now.